People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news, it is called serial robbers and serial MURDERERS are responsible for a whole lot of persons losing their life, getting robbed, getting shot in Jamaica. And people, I am going to give you a couple of incidents, 3 to be specific. Now on the 23rd of December, in the wee hours of the morning, call it Christmas Eve, a Chinese couple, they were robbed, they were taken out, straight in the melon, them get caught up, Mr. Shu and his wife, establishment's name, Jojo's Supermarket, St. Elizabeth. There was a video circulating in which we saw 3 young men went in the establishment. They were sauntering around, waiting for the opportune moment, and then one of them caught up the businessman, Chinese in his head. They then commenced to taking the money from the cash register, and then them do the same thing to the wife, co-owner. Those men have been on the run since the 23rd, 24th. The other day I did a video and I said that they caught one of the suspects and people on Friday. Between then and Friday, they picked up a couple of more suspects. So based on information that I have, it is said that all 3 persons are in the custody of the Popo. And what is even better is that it is said that the firepiece, or one of the firepiece that might have been used in several of these, taken out of the 3 incidents in which I am going to explain, was seized, sent to the ballistic lab, and they are awaiting the results. Hopefully those results will yield to these criminal triggermen getting a whole lot of time in the big yard. I am speaking about life imprisonment or even worse. Now people, as if that was not bad enough, in a place called Tree Hill in a St. Mary, a businessman, he was raking up his yard, sweeping the yard, whatever the case is, when he was pounced upon by a couple of men who were in the bushes. Caught him up, went into the house, rough up the wife, asked for firepiece, get the firepiece, and while they were exiting the yard, them decided to turn it on upon the businessman again. He did not make it. He succumbed to his injuries. 3rd incident in a Westmoreland. There was a business lady. She had a wholesale, I think she sell liquor. She sell all sorts of wholesale stuff to businesses and stuff. She was at her establishment when a couple of men walked in. They robbed the place, caught up the owner, and then a customer who was also their innocent victim. She was also caught up in the upper body, in the crown. So people, based on what the Popo is saying, they are believing, they are surmising that these people from Jojo's in a St. Elizabeth is the same people from in a St. Mary, Tree Hill, are the same people them in a Westmoreland. So people, it seems as if these criminals, these set of criminals, they are on a island, all island tour. They are taking their MURDEROUS serial robbery and also takeaway show all over the island of Jamaica, because people, based on what the Popo said, one of them was arrested in a St. Ann on Friday. So I think that all three is in custody. Don't quote me. However, them say the people that they believe are a part of this crew, this clique of serial takeaway people, they were held in St. Anne. Now, people, when we think about these youths in Jamaica and why the saying is appropriate in this case, whenever planting one DEAD, you know exactly what it does. It SHOOTS. And people, were they disturbingly shooting a whole lot of innocent people, a whole lot of business people. Why couldn't they have just taken this money from these people? And people, I am not saying that it is justified to rob anybody and take advantage of victims for stuff that you don't own. But me just say, more than likely, if they had just robbed these people at Jojo's in a St. Elizabeth, rob the businessman, take away the tool, rob the business lady, elderly lady, maybe in her 50s or 60s, maybe even older, take the cash and leave. No, people, that was not sufficient enough. That was not cruel. That was not evilous. That was not demonic enough. They had to be as gruesome, as cold, as callous, as brazen, as wicked as possible as they could. Because they wanted to set some sort of example that we are the biggest, the baddest, the most cruel set of robbers / gunmen / MURDERERS serial type in a Jamaica right now. We are run the thing. So people, it seems as if these people got a high from their tour that they were on. It seems as if each time they went to one establishment and them take with somebody and them hear it on social media or them hear it on the news, it gave them a shot in the arm, literally. It gave them a adrenaline rush. So therefore, the next time, they had to set the bar higher and higher, even though it was not necessary. Even though they could have easily robbed these people, because people, I saw the video, most persons saw the video that occurred in Jojo's, and we saw that the people them was willingly giving them the money in the cash register. The people them were not putting up any sorts of resistance. The same thing as it pertains to St. Mary Tree Hill in a St. Mary. The businessman was in his yard unharmed. They could have easily jumped the fence, stick him up, tell him get on him knee, get flat, where is the tool? Cuff him up a couple of times if needs be. And people, let me clarify that, because I know the critics are so stupid. They take every word that you say and they mix it up and twist it up. Me just say, the man did not put up any sorts of resistance. However, they could have given him some sort of warning to make him know, listen, act right or lose your life. That may I say. And I am sure that this man would have easily obliged, because at the end of the day, he had no choice. The advantage was to the criminals, and he knew that it was a lose-lose proposition. So therefore, he would have acted right. So therefore, me just say, it wasn't necessary for them to take his life. The same thing, Westmoreland again, the business lady, old lady, everybody know her, church lady. She was not big, bad and boisterous. She never looked like no sort of oversized mampy. She could not have physically outmanaged them or outmanned them. She too was cooperating. However, these criminals, them feel as if them have to take with the people in life. And I don't know exactly why they do the stuff that they do. However, based on the Popo record, that is the facts of all three cases. So people, what this tells you is that it seems as if you have some spotlight all over the place, because I don't think that these people are working independently. I think that them have some sort of spot alliance, and I'll explain exactly what that is. That means them have people all over the island. I spot out people business. I give them information, and then whenever them bingo or rob these people, them get a MURDER commission, we should call it. Proceeds of crime or proceeds of DEATH. So people, it only shows you. Whether in the case of the St. Elizabeth Jojo supermarket, because remember, there was an employee that was there. He left about less than an hour before the men came. That man has been missing. Calls to his phone has been unanswered. So therefore, it tells you that they were working with somebody inside. It was an inside job that led to these two people losing their life. Don't know the specific as it pertains to the businessman in a Tree Hill St. Mary or the lady, but obviously somebody told him that, listen, there's a business here, the people will make buku cash, or this man have a tool and we are going to want the tool. Now people, remember, tool is in very high demand because tool makes them make more money. These tools can be used as rental. These tools can be used as a money-making tool, if I should say so. So people, at the end of the day, it only shows you the disturbing trend that exists in Jamaica and these youths, how cold, how foolish they are. Because people, more than likely, had these three incidents been just robberies, it might have been swept under the rug. Now people, one other thing we have to ask, and people, maybe this is coincidence. It seems as if when anybody have stature, with status, in the upper echelon of the class system, loses their life, it seems as if the poor puts in more effort. And people, remember, I am speaking about 3 separate cases. However, I think that the case that is the trigger, for lack of a better word, is because of those 2 people them from Overso losing their life. So therefore, remember, 2 other or 3 other Jamaicans also lost their lives. So people, maybe I am just thinking too deep. Maybe there is nothing to it. However, people may just say it seems more than coincidental. Now people, if you remember in a previous video that I did, I said it seems as if success is one of the biggest crimes that you can have in Jamaica. And persons that are evilous and bad mind, they might see you as a target, equal opportunity targets. And people, I don't know if it is because they've been a failure all of their life. I don't know if it is because them just envious, wicked, demonic. They see these people's success and they feel as if, since my life is so miserable, might as well I make these persons, family, friends, associates, life miserable too by taking them away. Because people, like I always said, misery, it loves company. Point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.